in the room later. It's the pre-show, everybody. I think
It's
we're
the
live.
pre-show, motherfuckers.
Oh my god, starting off already. Losing our PG-13
Oh,
rating.
if it ain't lost it,
Yeah, it'll get lost eventually.
I'm gonna
I
pop
don't know
that
where
cherry
Taylor is.
somehow.
We got some weather, so he might have lost his internet. He might be having some internet issues. But this is the
Internet.
part of the show when we talk about what we're going to do on the show. We are going to talk about this giant beast. Once we get into the moment of destruction, because again, there aren't any stupid
No, there's nothing really to talk about.
Transformers comics, which is really, really hurtful. I'm sorry. I'm in pain because there are no Transformers comics. Sure, they're not that
Yeah,
great.
I'm not necessarily in pain, but
They're
like,
not that great. But there's Taylor. Taylor
get your
made
shit
it.
together. Get your shit
Yeah,
together,
come on,
IDW.
IDW. Get your shit together. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We'll do segment one.
But yeah, I come into you guys bitching about Transformers comics. It's not really a Sunday until you guys get on to bitching about Transformers comics
It's
or lack
true.
thereof.
You are correct, and we're getting it out of the way early.
Yeah, we're getting it out of the way early. Yeah, it's true.
You could have missed it entirely. If
There's
you
no
were, like, 30
Transformers
seconds.
comics, but there is definitely stuff to talk about with this giant that we'll mention. News. I mean, there was a lot of casting news.
Yeah.
The Red Sonja, Lady Killers, Bad Batch, Invincible, TV. I think we're just gonna skip all of it.
Yeah.
I got a whole bunch of other shit.
I like Red Sonja.
I don't mind Red Sonja. The girl who played Ghost is going to be playing Red Sonja.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Another interesting thing about Red Sonja is that apparently Kelly Sue DeConnick, I think, is a consultant on how they're making the show.
Gail Simone. I did hear Gail
I got mixed up, yeah.
Yeah, Gail Simone that's awesome because she's written some of the best,
Red Sonja books.
Yeah. Yep. Great. The Shit Talk Show. I am such a bitch. I am. You're saying that with a tinge of jealousy. I know that. Yeah.
Oh,
Transformers dildo.
Big Willie is in the house.
Whatever, Will. Whatever. Anyway.
Hello, Granny Clampett.
We're also going to talk about real life lightsabers. Almost. I got some great videos on that.
Oh, do you? That's cool.
Yes. We're going to talk about how many.
Oh, you're awful, William.
He is. How many books...
I'm reading the comments here.
Yeah. How many books James Tynion is actually selling? Okay, we're going to talk about that just a little bit.
All the books.
There's this new Native American Captain America that's making some waves. I'm not really sure how much input we can have, but we can definitely comment on it within a certain context. I got a lot on that.
I guess.
Hellfire Gala covers, Trial of Magneto teaser, and a whole bunch of Heroes Reborn as we talk about the first issue and next week's issues. 3 books next week. It's almost too much. New Lay's chips are going to be in the food news. And that's not even a teaser because holy crap, there's like 5 of them coming. Okay. Jeez, Dave.
What are you doing over there?
He's like slurping a juice box or some shit.
Finishing out my sugar-free or zero sugar Dr. Pepper here.
I mean, it's bad enough that you hide your face like a coward, but you're making all these random sound effects that just like, what the fuck are you doing, David?
I'm going to get a sprinkler. I'm going to get a soundboard, and I'm just going to make random sound effects.
That's okay.
You don't need one, man.
You need a soundboard.
You are the random sound effects.
I'm just going to make random sound effects.
Omega Supreme. Little talk about him in the.
I would like a
crab
flavored Lay's chip.
And then a bunch of
get some Old Bay.
Bunch of comics. Are you even paying attention? Did you bring any news to the show at all this week, Dave?
I was going to talk about the Bad Batch.
I haven't seen it yet.
I'm going to spoil it for you.
Well, I guess we can talk about that. Has anyone else watched the Bad Batch?
For like almost a week now.
I'm in the same boat as Taylor.
You can't talk about it then. You're going to spoil it for everybody. You're going to spoil it for everybody.
Man, that first episode was incredible.
I did watch the first episode.
It rewrites Star Wars continuity, though.
No, not really.
Yes, it does.
Just a little bit.
A little bit, but yes.
Really, Star Wars is like comics at this point. They have retcons all the time for stuff. Who cares anymore?
Who cares anymore? He's right. Did you guys get your Heroes Reborn cards?
Yeah.
I did not.
Travis threw them in my bag for me.
Nice.
Yep. I did not get them.
They were very good. Oh,
no, they were at the shop.
He
probably
got there late.
In this house
he probably got there great.
Yeah.
Big Will, there's your conversation for Bad Batch for the show. Second was great. He said the second episode was great.
Wait a second. There's a second episode?
Yeah.
Do you think this was a one-off?
When did it come out?
Friday.
Oh.
The first one
you
came out
come in here swooping in, let's talk about Bad Batch. You're not even
he
up
hadn't
to
even seen the second episode. He's not even
fraud.
up to date.
I didn't even know. I thought they were going to like stick with like a Tuesday release. I've been kind of busy.
It was only on.
They did it for May the 4th, but now they're going back to just.
I'm gonna turn on my Disney Plus and watch it right now.
No, you're gonna do a show. All right, let's.
David,
anybody bring any news
me today?
Did anyone else bring any news?
You got it. You got it all covered.
Oh, what's that shirt that Adam's wearing?
It's just a T-Rex on a little bike thing.
Oh,
his arms are short. It's hard.
Yeah, his arms are short. It's hard for him to,
I saw this post on Twitter called "Reverse T-Rex," where the front arms were long and the back legs were short. It's so funny. It looks like one of them
nerds. I'm telling you, dinosaur nerds are just the worst.
It looks like a shrieker from Trimmers.
We're gonna decide what top 5 and what movie we're gonna do at some point. So there's your teaser for that. Let's start this bitch.
Start the show!
Dude, that new Mighty Duck show is dope, Frankie. It's awesome.
Emilio Estevez.
Same way.
David, you're at like a 14 right now. We need you down at like a 6.
Okay, we're going up.
You need some sugar-free Dr. Pepper. Okay,
I had some sugar-free Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, man, I've been watching that Mighty Duck show. It's dope, dude. I'm enjoying it. It's like Cobra Kai without all the edge. Greetings, geeks. Welcome back to another episode of This Geek in Comics. Outright Geekery's comic book shit talk show.
Shit talk show.
My co-host Gomer, Adam Norman Taylor, aka David, also co-hosting, hanging out. Segment 1 where we just shoot the shit, and yeah, the damn chat is going crazy. Thanks, chat, for showing up. Share the show out. Tell your pals. Frankie bringing up the new Mighty Duck show. It's great. It's fucking cool, man. It should not be, but it's really cool.
You mentioned
it's on my list.
That really has, that really has ushered in like a renaissance for the nostalgia genre. Like shows that like exist only because of nostalgia, but are actually doing some pretty decent stuff with it.
Yeah, the Mighty Duck show is freaking cool. So, segment 1, what everybody do this week? Anybody do anything cool this week?
Work.
Oh God, I said cool. Something cool.
I went into a movie theater for the first time in a year.
Oh, what did you go see?
That's cool, yeah.
I went for Mother's Day. I went with my mom to see Raya and the Last Dragon, which was pretty solid.
Cool. It's Disney.
That's
animation.
Disney.
They don't do bad stuff. Speaking of animation, I watched a thing on Netflix called The Mitchells versus the Machines, which is rad.
I've been meaning to get to that.
Yeah, I've been meaning to check that one out too.
Yeah, it's got really good animation. Basically, it's a family trying to save the world from an artificial intelligence apocalypse. But it's got really good, solid family themes, despite the inherent differences between the members of the family. But it's also got this really cool, like, good tech versus bad tech sort of thing going on. Tech is good, tech is bad. Fun balance there. But really cool animation, dude. I had a really good time watching it. Yeah, nothing wrong with nostalgia. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Anybody else? Anybody else do anything cool?
Nah, man. I've just been reading old back issues of comics all week. That's all I've been doing.
Speaking of back issues, I got that TMNT number 9.
Yeah, you can't show it off because you don't have a camera. But I dug through some old issues. There's classic Astonishing X-Men cover.
Oh,
classic.
That's a pretty good run. I know that Joss Whedon sucks now apparently, but yeah, Astonishing X-Men was a pretty good run.
Yeah, I can separate the art from the artist, especially when it comes to old stuff. I'm not gonna not watch Firefly every year just because Joss Whedon turned out to be a big douchebag.
Joss Whedon was already a douchebag. We're just now finding out about it.
I just now found out. All New Wolverine, great run there. The Red Wolf #1 cover, terrible series, but awesome Jeffrey Vareggi cover.
Awesome cover though.
Yeah, I love Jeffrey Vareggi's work, but terrible. Terrible.
I feel like it wasn't that bad. I kind of feel like I wish it had gotten more room to, run a bit. But only lasted.
There you go, Dr. Afra.
First Dr. Afra and
first appearance and the droids.
Murder bots.
And the murder droids, yeah. Yeah, and this was just laying around.
000 and BT.
I have mine just laying around over there.
Yeah, great.
Oh, I was actually just reminded. I saw a Gomer where you were commenting on some Facebook earlier about talking about a noir series, like one of those like Marvel noir things, and the dude was like, "Oh yeah, I really love those old noir stories," and I'm like, "Old? Those aren't that." Oh wait, no, those came out like over 10 fucking years
Listen
ago.
to
those
you,
are actually pretty damn old now.
You're old like me now. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. There were mixed reviews of Red Wolf. It was just okay, but you can't beat that Jeffrey Vareggi cover. So, all right, let's get into some news. And there's actually some dope news. There, like I said in the pre-show, there's really cool movie news, there's screen news, but we're gonna skip all of it and we're gonna talk about real life freaking lightsabers. Okay. Look at that.
That's awesome.
That's
dude. Cool. That's freaking amazing. All right. They're going to be part of Disney's upcoming Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser immersive hotel. All right. This is like you stay at this hotel for 2 days and you actually go on an adventure at the hotel.
Huh.
All right. They're probably going to sell those lightsabers according to the articles that I read. The ones they sell now are $200. Those are probably going to be like in the thousands. All right.
Probably, yeah.
This is some of the technology that goes into it, right? It's sort of this semi-flexible, semi-non-flexible plastic that you can roll up and then it unrolls, with a little pull wheel. Here's the other. Check this shit out. This is fucking amazing.
Oh, an LED strip.
Yes. It's an LED strip inside of the damn. Oh my gosh. That is amazing to me, dude. That's freaking crazy shit. I want one. I want a double one. I want a Darth Maul one.
You want a Darth Maul one?
All right, mine's gonna be a $5,000 lightsaber.
Will it go back down, or do you have to push it back down yourself?
That is actually a good question. I mean, you would think if this is the design of it and it's on a motor that can push it up, that motor would also be able to, pull it back down. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's Galaxy's Edge.
I wouldn't go having lightsaber duels with it if it's
in the article. In the article I read, this hotel they called it a Westworld style interactive.
Oh no!
Hotel. So droids are going to be kidnapping you and bounty.
Why is that the way they're pushing this?
I know,
Did
right?
they not see Westworld? It's not a good thing.
They never got past the first episode. They were like, "Genius! That's a genius idea."
I've seen enough. Let's make this happen.
I think the measuring tape was just there as kind of a guide to show you because
how it works.
Yeah.
Well, seeing the actualization of it there, like that first clip you showed, it does look pretty damn cool, and it is kind of neat that they shared how it works. That's genuinely fascinating.
Yeah. J-Bo, if you own that patent, hey, dude, send me a lightsaber, bro. That'd be dope. I would really appreciate that. They're still in the works by Imagineering Research and Development, but they should be ready for guests in 2022 when this whole thing opens. So, yeah, man.
We're going on an adventure.
We're going on a fucking adventure, dude. That is rad. Man, knowing me, I'd go. I'd bring my kids. I'd get my kids one of these. The first thing you do is open it and then smack it into something.
Man, Gomer. I'll tell you what would happen right now if you went. You would go, you would walk into the cantina, and you're the guy whose arm will get chopped off by a lightsaber within 5 minutes by Obi-Wan.
Or I'd get arrested for trying to buy death sticks or something.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, that's what we were saying, J-Bo. And again, thanks for hanging out. We really appreciate it. Share the show out. But yeah, they're calling that the Galactic Star Cruiser Immersive Hotel. a Westworld style interactive 2-night Star Wars.
It's going to be. It's going to be.
It's terrible. Yeah,
it's going to be
like
a starship.
Every part of that, except describing it as Westworld style.
Yeah, no one wants to go to Westworld. Okay.
Bounty hunters, pirates. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Rebels getting murdered.
I know that would cost me like a mortgage payment, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's dope. Have fun again. Like Taylor was saying, I would have to go into big time debt. I could do it, but on the other end, I'd be like, man, was that really worth it? Now that I'm, $50,000 in debt for a vacation.
Like this lightsaber was worth it all.
I come home with like
obviously worth it.
Yes, obvious. Look at this lightsaber. Are you kidding me? All right, James Tynion, probably I would say not the biggest name in comics, but I mean it's arguable.
I don't know. He's getting up there now at DC. He is the guy.
Yeah,
he has the entire Bat line.
Yeah.
He's
so here's some quick
their books by virtue of writing the Bat line.
Exactly. All right. So here's some quick numbers on him. Jabo, more bragging camp. So I'll be there building my lightsaber. Okay, we get it. You're awesome, and we are terrible. I hope you have a great time. No sarcasm at all. I honestly hope you have there's no way to say that where it doesn't sound sarcastic.
I hope your droid gets the virus.
Yeah. Anyway, no, seriously, dude. I hope you have a good time. I'm jealous. I wish I could go because I really want one of those lightsabers. And I want to be woken up at 4:00 in the morning by Darth Vader. You know what I mean? In this immersive Westworld.
It's time for you to go to school.
Yeah. All right. The numbers on James Tynion. Batman 107 and Joker #2 were both in the top 5 of sales for April. Department of Truth Volume 1 was the best-selling trade of March and the 8th best-selling trade in April. Okay. Something is Killing the Children #16 sold over 155,000 copies.
Yep. That first issue keeps coming into print.
It does. It's like up to 7
like
printing.
this week. It was like in the teens of whatever the reprint was. It was crazy.
That's amazing. Batman 108, which is also the first appearance of Miracle Molly, sold over 200,000 copies. Well, and these aren't 90s numbers.
Okay, so every issue of Batman is the first appearance of somebody now.
It feels that
whatever,
way, right?
Yeah.
Both were helped.
At least one per arc.
Yeah, both were helped quite a bit by a lot of exclusive covers, right? But I'm just saying that's a guy with a lot of strings.
He's pushing books.
He is
a lot
pushing
of fingers and a
books.
lot of pies.
And hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I think Tynion has, even though I'm not really liking his Batman stuff right now, I do think he has earned this Batman run.
Oh, 100%. His Detective Comics is still probably one of my best, probably my favorite Bat Family run. Where it's everybody is the star of the book. It's wonderful. But the only reason I really bring this up is because of how he's doing it. He's got Batman, yes, and Joker. He's earned a spinoff. And if you remember, he was supposed to be off Batman at issue 100. Remember that?
Yeah, he was.
And then everything got reshuffled. But Something is Killing the Children is at Boom. And Department of Truth is at Image Comics. I'm just saying the guy is all over and selling books. It's really something else. I don't think we've seen anything quite like this in some time, I'm just saying. It's weird. Yeah. No, good for him. I'm just saying it's weird that he's able to shape the industry like this, that he's I don't know, man.
He's just hot right now, man.
He's hot right now.
This happens. This happens.
The tiny onion.
Every once in a while, Riker just gets really hot. Yeah. This happened with Bendis back in the day when he started writing.
But Bendis wasn't really able to do what he's doing. He didn't branch out and do a lot. He did Powers at Icon, but it was still working exclusively.
That
for
was a Marvel imprint. Yeah.
I'm just saying it's been definitely a writer's industry for a long time, but now writers are really starting to get power where, Jeff Johns has an Image book out right now, Scott Snyder's got an Image book out right now, and they're both doing, fairly
they're
well.
very pretty good.
Yeah. It's just, it's interesting. I think that's going to be a trend, as we move forward, and that's good for us because we're just going to keep getting more diverse work from really good creators. So.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this. This is a pretty big deal. I'm not even sure how much we can actually comment on this, but Captain America of the United States is a new series coming out. The first issue drops in June. It's by Christopher Cantwell and Josh Trio. No, pardon me. It's by Christopher Cantwell and Dale Eaglesham. And then there's going to be 2 more creators per book that sort of introduce us to new characters, right? In the first issue, this is going to be the guy. He is Aaron Fisher, the Captain America of the Railways, and he is LGBTQ+. So that's what this series is, right? The second issue, they're introducing a black girl from the inner city who's going to be sort of a Captain America,
So this is essentially We Are Captain America.
Basically, kind of like the shield gets stolen, and it's weird, dude. Bucky Barnes, Sam Wilson, and John Walker join Steve Rogers on a road trip across America to find his stolen shield. And then I know, dude, because it sounds bad. Throughout the group's journey, they'll discover everyday people from all walks of life who've taken up the mantle of Captain America to defend their community, beginning with Marvel's newest hero, Aaron Fisher.
So it's supernatural, but instead of a villain of the week, it's going to be a Captain America of the week that
Captain America of the week
meet and deal with.
Yeah. And there is some buzz, and again, I can't really comment to this, right? It's a Native American Captain America, and people are debating this character. I mean, and for obvious reasons. It's cool.
I think that this is a situation where it matters a lot who are the people in the writing room. Right?
Exactly.
It matters who's telling the story.
It's Darcy
if it's
Little
handled
Badger
well,
and
this
David
could be
Cutler.
something cool, This could be a nice this could be a nice showcase of a pluralistic United States,
and that's exactly
the United States is supposed to be like a melting pot of all these different cultures. Yeah.
Exactly, dude. People say that as like this weird propaganda, oh, we're a melting pot. But in actual practice, we're all kind of, at least for the most part, the United States is known for being kind of assholes when it comes to minorities. So I don't understand the problem, especially off the heels of Captain America, Falcon and Winter Soldier, when there's a spotlight on a black Captain America and the diversity of the country. But again, that debate is basically the debate between people who are going to hate this no matter what the fuck it is, and actually what is going on with this character. Okay. In the Native American community, there is some debate about this guy in a lot of different ways, and it's very interesting to me, right? The first of all is his outfit. All right. They're saying that the fringe and feathers is stereotypical, and that's not cool. But then other people have debated, well, no, this is the regalia. This is traditional.
That's ceremonial.
Yeah, ceremonial every day that they would wear. And then other people are like, well, no, who cares? He's Captain America. He's not going to go dressed to the nines, to go fight crime. And so I understand that side of the debate. And then there's other sides of the debate where people are like, no, all representation is good representation. Existence is resistance, that sort of thing. But then, and this is my favorite angle to this, because this is where the story, I think, really needs to go, because I think Falcon and Winter Soldier went there, at least to some extent. There's sort of this Uncle Tom angle where why would Native Americans ever want to be associated with something like Captain America?
Why would a Captain America, or why would a Native American want to be a Captain America?
Yeah.
Since America historically has done
terrible things to Native Americans. Now, I can't speak to any of this. I am not qualified.
No, I don't think anybody is.
No.
We are not authorities on this subject. It's not our place to speak to it.
And
but
I'm not
it is a
trying to do
conversation that people should be having, I think.
And they are. And I'm like, holy shit. If anything, this is why this is important, because it is bringing up conversations. And because of social media, everyone is pretty much allowed to at least listen in on at least some parts of the conversation. And I'm learning so much. You know what I mean? Not that it really matters, in the whole overall context of the struggle of a minority. And I was already like an ally, I'm for, Native American rights. I think Native Americans should be put back in control of all the state parks or all the national parks. You know what I mean? I think that would solve a lot of problems and be a good thing. Anyway, that's beside the point. I just think that's exactly what this series is trying to do is to bring up these conversations. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's already done it.
I'll extend the good faith to think that they are approaching this for all the right reasons, right?
Yeah.
That they are trying to like be inclusive. They are trying to get more people, not only in the Marvel universe, to like be part of the Captain America conversation, but also the people creating this comic having a chance to tell the stories they want to tell.
Yeah, 100%, man. So I'm really excited. I'm definitely on board with the series because it's got people talking, and that's what it's all about, All right, let's move on. I'm gonna do my my Hellfire Gala video. Oh man, so classy. The lightsaber video was better. You are invited.
I don't know.
The Hellfire Gala is on the way. It's coming in June. I think it's in June.
It's right around the corner.
The big news is they're inviting actual celebrities to the gala.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like Eminem is going to show up and Conan O'Brien.
Do a diss rap.
Maybe. That'd be cool. I don't know. I want to see the fashion. That's all I'm interested in. You're not going to be able to see this. These are the new Russell Dauterman connecting covers.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But I do.
You gonna get that?
I am. I'm getting all. These are the ones I've decided to get. There are so many variant covers for each of these issues, but these are the ones that I've decided to get. Yeah, that's really all we've got on the Hellfire Gala.
Yeah, there's really not much news.
There's not much.
Get into it.
There were 2 X-books this week, and I'm sure we'll talk about them at least.
There were supposed to be 3. Did Children of the Atom didn't?
Children of the Atom got pushed till next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So there you go. There's all of your. You like that one?
I like that one.
You like that one? It's actually from back at this one.
He's a swashbuckler, but it
see
looks
him
like
doing his thing in the background there.
Yeah.
And then he pops up.
I think that the Musketeer look is a great one for Nightcrawler, and I do love you're saying like him kind of porting across the entire layout there.
Yeah. So yeah, those are the Russell Dauterman connecting covers. Man, there's like 4 or 5 variant covers for each one of these books during the gala. It's going to be insane. There are design variants. These are actually the fashion variants. The design variants are not the fashion variants, which I thought they were going to be. And I'm kind of glad they're not because I'd much rather have these than those other ones. Anyway,
we got options,
there you
Gomer.
Go. All right, let's talk about that. Was something awesome, X-Men. Let's talk about something terrible, X-Men.
Oh gosh!
At least in this
put it away
teaser, John Romita Jr.'s teaser for the Trial of Magneto, beginning in August. We have no idea what this is going to be. We have no news at all.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but why couldn't John Romita Jr. stay at DC? Oh my gosh!
I don't like.
He needs to stay away from X-Men.
What is up with that nose?
The nose is weird. It's the hands
are bad.
I'll play devil's advocate and say that JR Jr. is a good fit for some characters. Like the Hulk, I think, is a character he draws well. This is bad, though. This is something he should not be trying.
I like him on Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass is fine, yeah.
Yeah. So this is all we have. This is the only information we have. Taylor, I think, was going to say, is he going to murder someone at the gala?
Yeah, or do something at the gala, yeah.
Right, this does kind of give away. It seems like it gives away a little bit of what happens at the gala because Magneto has to do something nefarious to be put on trial for.
Are these railroad tracks a clue?
I don't know. That's actually in my notes as well. I'm not sure.
Maybe it could just be a way. It should be just like some random metal for him to be bending.
I know, but it seems like an odd choice to have him.
That's what I was thinking.
They have virtually limitless options. So yeah, it could have been anything. Maybe the railroad track does.
He needs to be careful with that one rail he's standing over though, because he's about to lift that straight into his nuts or something.
He's about to rack himself. Yeah.
The choice of costume, the color black is weird because he's in the whites and the reds usually. Black is usually
we all know that Magneto likes to dress to his emotions. So black must mean that he's feeling
depressed
or depressed or something. Yeah.
We don't have any other info except it's in August, but a while back we did get this teaser. Let me go ahead and remove the banner momentarily. Of everything that's going on, all the new books that are happening. X-Corp we're getting actually next week. Hellfire Gala is coming next month. We knew about X-Men #1 happening in July once the gala is over, but these two mystery books, August 2021, this Leah Williams, Valerio Schiti book has to be the Trial of Magneto, right?
It has to be, just from looking at that
logo.
So putting two and two together, there you go. So the September 2021 book, I'm going to go ahead and call it. That's our Moira book. That's Jonathan Hickman and somebody doing our Moira book.
Well, it has to be the next big thing to push the X-Men continuity forward.
I'm very excited. I know it's going to... I hope JR. Well, no, if this teaser is right, then it's Valerio Schiti on the book.
It could be he just did it's promotional artwork.
The lame cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all they're going to have him do. Promotional work.
Just to get some buzz going.
No, that's what the Jonathan Hickman book is going to be. Jonathan Hickman and JR.
I can feel it now.
Oh no! There you go. That's something to look forward to. What do you guys think about a book called The Trial of Magneto?
I mean, it'll be interesting. I mean, the X-Men line has been good.
It has.
So I mean, everything it's done, it's pretty much knocked out of the park. So
yeah, they've definitely built up some good faith here. So I'm definitely willing to jump on and see what this is all about. But I guess the only thing he could have done is killed someone, right? Because the only laws they have to break are respect Krakoa, fuck, and don't kill people.
Yeah,
as long as the trial,
maybe he's kidnapped and put on trial somewhere else.
As long as the trial doesn't turn into a food eating competition.
Oh, jeez.
Or a race. I'm fine.
All right, Heroes Reborn. We're getting into. Goodness.
It's even got that trailer boom effect.
It does. Heroes Reborn #1.
I mean, do we want to get into this now, or do we want to wait till we get to reviews to get to this?
No, we'll get into it now. We'll do the special Heroes Reborn segment, and then if it's in your top 3, then you just mention it. When you get to that number.
All right.
I'll go ahead and say it's in my top 3.
It's in my top 3 also.
In my top 3 too. Jason Aaron, Ed McGuinness. Great Lionel Francis Hugh main cover. Is that the cover you guys got? The main cover?
Yeah, I got the main one.
I got the main cover too. I thought this was solid.
It was okay.
It was a good start.
It was really good pacing. It moved quickly. There was no unnecessary filler. If this was a traditional Marvel Comics event, that last page where we see, I'll just spoil it here, Captain America trapped in the ice, we wouldn't have seen that till issue number 3. All right, we would have been getting a bunch of backstory about Hyperion and
that is true. If
and
this
all
was
these
a
other folks,
right, because if this was Bendis writing this, this issue would have started with Blade waking up in a bed somewhere, and him going through 3 pages of figuring out he's in an alternate world. Whereas this just straight up starts off with Blade walking on a street being like, I'm in an alternate universe. I already know everything.
Yeah.
I've already checked out every name on my list except for the last 2.
Yeah.
It was a very Blade being able to tell you that he was in an alternate world was really good because I didn't have to read anything to get into this.
No one did.
So
I don't think you have to read anything to.
There really wasn't anything to read. I mean, in fact,
no, there wasn't. There was no build up for this.
Did I miss an issue of Avengers? We're just really going into the deep end here. And, after reading through it, I think it was probably the right call.
Me too.
This is exposition heavy, and a lot of it does kind of read like a Mad Lib. Like, Dr. Doom shows up with the Crimson Gem of Cyttorak.
Yeah.
It does. It feels Jason Aaron takes a lot of concepts and just mix and matches them together.
But he's good at that. He's
but he
better
is really
at
good at that. It's a lot of fun.
anyone else in the industry, and
I mean,
he's doing a good job with it here.
Isn't he just trying to establish like feats here though of Hyperion? Like he literally flexes his fist off. That is absurd.
He's starting off slow because they already showed the preview for the next issue.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that in a minute. All right, but just this right here, this is absurd. But
it is.
Isn't that what this is supposed to be? Isn't this
a
parody of a parody?
Yeah. It's embracing the absurdity. I mean, the line is ridiculous. It just objectively is like, "What? My super neck muscles, have destroyed my grip."
The whole thing is ridiculous. I love the Black Skull personally. I thought he was hilariously over the top.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great thing. Okay. In passing, Leroy of the Comic Book Bullies podcast, listen to their show tonight right here on our Facebook channel. He mentioned, in passing, talking about this book, how political he thought it was. And he didn't get into any detail because he's like, no, I'm saving that for my show. I don't want you stealing it for your show. And I get that.
You would have.
I would have, definitely. But on a reread, I kind of see it.
I kind of see it also.
The Squadron Supreme is certainly more active in international affairs than the Avengers, right? They interfered with the free and open elections, quote unquote, in Latveria.
Honestly, I doubt it. People in Latveria love Doom.
Yeah, this right here is literally a bunch of fascists invading the capital.
Now, how long is this?
That's what's happening in this scene.
There's a bunch of fascists invading the capital, and a black man is coming to save them.
Dude, what? I don't know how I missed it the first time around, but that's happening.
How long has Heroes Reborn been being advertised?
No, I don't know, dude. I'm not going to get into any theories where, I'm just saying it happened. I love Thor in this. I love how he's sort of, all drunk. The Amon Amarth shirt is dope. That's a great little, note there. Coulson is insane. President Coulson is insane. I mean, when was the last time we had an insane president, in real life?
Oh, wow.
Anyway, that's a rhetorical question. All of this shit is dope and just absurd and stupid dumb.
Oh yeah, but it's well drawn. It's really well drawn. It's really well paced, and it's a lot of fun. That's all it has to be.
It was.
Yeah.
So all of this happened. A maniac became president. Dr. Doom got booted out of Latveria, and fascists attacked the capital. All because Captain America was never pulled out of the ice. Basically. That's that's basically what Blade said in this, right? This is all a long 1 month long 12 issue, 15 issue, whatever it is. What if Captain America never got yanked out of the ice?
Yeah, this is House of M. This is Flashpoint.
Age of Apocalypse.
We've
Age of Ultron. Even
yeah, we've all read this story before, but it's still fun. And like I said, the art, Ed McGuinness knocked it out of the park also. So
yeah. I'm a big fan of this. I loved it. I thought it was great. This especially, what's coming next sort of page at the end is just beautiful.
I'm excited. I'm excited for some of these tie-in issues because that's the best part about these whole, universe altering what if events.
History. It's sort of like alt history.
Yeah. It's seeing what all of these writers get to do playing around with this new alternate universe.
Yeah, I mean, that's half the point of stuff like this is being able to see writers like do a deep dive into what this particular difference in the Marvel Universe is. Like, what are things like in Latveria when this alternate version of reality?
Yeah, I want to see a book about those free and open elections in Latveria.
See, I'm not even sure.
I want to see who wins in Latveria.
Now that we know how Coulson is, how we know how the government is just terrible, and they're terrible because the Squadron, helped them get that way. All right. Any other comments on issue number 1?
I will say that I think it was a good call to make Blade the POV character. I especially like the exchange he had with Nighthawk, where Nighthawk is like, "Oh, I am the terror that they see in the night," and then Blade was just like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm just here to see if you know that this is not real," and you do. So anyway, I'm leaving.
Yeah. I liked Blade too. It dumped you right in. It didn't give you anything extra that you didn't need. It trimmed all the fat and it's like, here you go. This is what you need to know what's going on. And it's going to be a fun ride.
This was a very efficient first issue. But it was also really fun, and I'm definitely on board moving forward.
Nice. All right, books coming out next week. It's a load of them. Heroes Reborn #2. Yes, this is definitely something we have to talk about. Galactus invades. This is obviously a flashback, and dude, this has got some of the pages on Facebook.
Oh yeah,
up in arms. They are
hot
about this.
Okay, to be fair,
this is not the first time
be
Galactus
able
is
to
gonna
do
drop it, right?
Yeah, he should not be able to do that.
But this isn't the first time this has happened to Galactus.
He's a jobber.
At this point, he is. He's been around for so long.
Yeah. So people are really pissed about that. I get it. I'm looking forward to it. We also have Hyperion and the Imperial Guard. That's going to be by Ryan Cady and Michelle Bandini. Pretty good stuff here. It's basically Superman and the Legion of Superheroes, but with Hyperion in the Marvel Universe. I'm cool with that. I like the cosmic shit. I'm ready to see it, you know. And the other book that's coming out, I have it here.
Peter Parker, The Amazing Shutterbug.
Yeah, Mark Bernardin and Rafael De La Torre. Rafael De La Torre, he did the filler art for the last issue of Black Widow, if you remember Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
He was good. So this is basically, you know, Peter Parker did not get bit by the spider. We see it here, like the moment it happens, Flash knocks him out of the way, and the bug gets splattered. But he's basically your whatchamacallit from the Daily Planet.
Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, he's your Jimmy Olsen pastiche. Since that's basically what this whole event is just a riff on classic DC. Cool.
Makes sense. Yeah. I mean, DC did that a couple years ago. They had a whole line that was just riffs off of Marvel characters.
It's true.
But one does have to wonder how, like, Captain America not coming out of the ice somehow made Flash Thompson push Peter in this instance.
Dude, that is actually a really good comment. I don't know. Well,
it could be sort of like a Flashpoint scenario where when you change one event, it creates a ripple effect that changes everything else.
In the main 616 Marvel Universe, there was Flash Thompson like, wait, Captain America wanted to do this, and then just decide not to push Peter.
Well, maybe Captain America was like on the radio, and Flash stopped and listened. You know, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's who knows how time works, man.
Maybe it's more than just Cap. Maybe like the Mephisto ripple effect is a whole bunch of people being different. I don't know.
Now, there are some rumors going around, at least some fan theories going around, that Mephisto is actually the good guy. That there's another manipulator, and the reason Mephisto is associated is because Mephisto got screwed by this guy changing things just as bad as everybody else did.
Mephisto
sounds like QAnon.
Yeah, I know. So there you go. We'll talk about all three of those books next week, and that should be fun. Let's do food.
Yummy.
These new Lay's potato chips have been revealed for the summer. Here's your first three. Chili mango.
Interesting.
Wavy jerk chicken.
I'll try that one.
I will try that one as well. And summer BLT, which sounds nasty.
I don't know. I'll probably give that one a try.
It sounds nasty. It sounds so gross.
I'm gonna leave the chili mango alone. I don't really.
I think I would try the chili mango before I tried BLT.
And we're also getting a loaded nachos.
Oh, I might try those too.
Yeah, that sounds delicious. And
that one might stay.
3 more flavors, right? And these just seem like low-hanging
flavors.
A Cheetos,
that is low-hanging fruit.
Cool Ranch Doritos flavor. And my personal favorite, a Funyuns flavored Lay's chip.
I would destroy those.
Dude, I would murder that. I've murdered Funyuns, like a whole bag. I'm like, holy shit, where'd the bag of Funyuns go?
No.
I'm honestly surprised they've never done these before.
Right? This seems like low. It's just the same seasoning. You just dust it on another product.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I don't know about Funyuns. Funyuns seems like a completely different type of chip altogether.
It's all the same process.
It's just flavor.
Bullshit.
You know?
Yeah. It's just corn husks. Well, I guess these are potato chips, so
I can understand what like the Cheeto dust and like the Funyuns flavor are maybe adding to Lay's, but I don't get what Lay's is adding to Funyuns or Cheetos. You know, like wouldn't I rather just get a bag of those?
It would only be
all
interesting
about texture. You know,
it would be
pretty much.
It would be more interesting if there was an exchange going on. Like you have
Cool Ranch Funyuns,
or sour
yes.
cream and chives.
Cheetos Funyuns. Oh gosh,
dude, Funyuns. You could put any flavor on a Funyun.
The snack manufacturers do a crossover event. Is that like what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what he wants.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. There's 7 new
limited edition
Lay's flavors for you to try. There you go. All right, let's.
You really brought an onslaught for the food news today, Gomer.
Dude, I couldn't believe it. The chip news just kept coming. I couldn't believe it. All right,
it's like a domino effect.
Let's get. This is going to be quick and easy. There's no books. Transformers number 29. The release date got moved to the 19th, as did Transformers Escape number 3. So we're not going to have Transformers to talk about for a while.
Has it been like 5 or 6 weeks since you guys had Transformers?
It's been a while.
It's been 6 weeks. They had shipping problems with the books. But here he is, the 24, I think he's 23-inch, something like that, behemoth, Omega Supreme. I never had an Omega Supreme coming up, even though I had so many damn Transformers, you know, the old G1 stuff. But just real quick, he's amazing. He's really fun to play with. He's only 37 steps. You figured he'd be more. He is a bit complicated. Because he comes in 3 different pieces. Actually, he comes in like 6 different pieces, but it's like 3 main pieces. This part comes out.
The tank, arms, the rocket, and the tracks.
Yeah, the arms go all the way across, and they pop out of the back and become the rocket. But man, he is an amazing toy, and everybody should have one. Still available at Entertainment Earth. Go over there and check them out. Entertainment Earth. That's where I get all my toys. So he really dwarfs all of the other ones. It's almost
like you have another co-host over there right next to you.
He's almost too big. You know what I mean? I almost need a couple of larger bots to sort of set him aside. The Jetfire from this line is a little bit taller. The Scorponok is shorter than Omega, but still. The Devastator, if you can still find him, is certainly, you know, about the same size.
He's large.
Have you always had enough surface space for that guy back there?
No, I moved a lot of shit,
didn't you? Yeah.
No, I moved, dude. I had a whole lot.
He moved his Optimus Prime.
Yeah. Above where my setup is a whole nother shelving system. So they're like all right above me. So,
I got the same thing up over here.
Yeah. But yeah, it sucks we don't have any comics, so I'm investing all my money in dope ass toys. So he's awesome. Everybody should get one. Go out and get one. There you go. There's your moment of destruction. Let's do. Who wants to go first this week? I never did show off my my cards either. I got the cards for.
Oh, I got mine too. They're not within.
Those are my X-Men
reaching
cards.
distance, but I got mine. Yeah.
Yeah, those are my X-Men cards.
Yeah.
So yeah, who wants to go first? Taylor, you want to go first this week, man?
Sure, I can go first.
Sure.
I'll throw out an honorable mention for Strange Academy. They visit Asgard. It's kind of fun. You find out that one of the kids' mom is Enchantress, so you know there's drama.
Oh, cool! That's cool.
If you haven't been following it the whole time, there's not much in this issue for you because it's just kind of this is a character issue. Not much actually happens. But for my number 3, I will do Iron Fist, Heart of the Dragon, number 5.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah, very nice.
Mostly because of the cool dragon art. The fight scenes continue to be pretty cool. We've got introduced to the Hierophant, who's like the big bad apparently, and he's going around like blasting motherfuckers and stuff. Yeah. I was a little annoyed at the start of the issue because I don't like it when there's oh, it's a big misunderstanding type of thing. I'm like, Okoye, just fucking say why you did it. You don't have to
here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. She was trying to. She was trying to.
Danny didn't
Iron
believe
Fist was the one who kept trying to start the fight.
Yeah.
You don't have to be like, wait, guys, I have an explanation. Just give the explanation.
Yeah. No,
I always think that's a little ham-fisted when they do something like that. Yeah. But it did not ruin the issue for me. It was still a lot of fun.
It was fun. It kind of waned a little bit. You could tell this is the penultimate issue. You know, he's saving a little bit for the last issue, but still, it doesn't matter. I'm in still for the last issue.
I love this book. It's a favorite of mine. But yeah, I'm kind of with Gomer. I could tell this issue kind of waned a little bit, so that's why this was just an honorable mention for me this week. Yeah. But it's still great book. Great, but great pick.
All right, is it my turn? Should I go next? Both X books were good. Man. I got a couple of honorable mentions. Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal #1, Garth Ennis, and Goran Zazuka.
That's in my honorable mentions, actually.
It's an AWA, just a fun time travel romp.
It is a fun time travel story.
Yeah, it's got a great lead. She's all bubbly and awesome. She's just got a great attitude, very attractive.
She does awful things to people.
And she just does awful things to people throughout time. You know, it's really cool.
I especially like that weapon. Whenever she kills somebody, it basically creates an alternate timeline where they die somewhere else in their life.
Yeah, it's Garth Ennis really going off, off the rails. And also another honorable mention, Noctera #3, Scott Snyder and Tony S. Daniel, another solid issue. But my top three, or at least my third, my #3 pick, it was between three, smaller press books, those two, and Eve #1, which eventually made it on Boom Studios. Victor Lavallee and Joe Mingyong. I think I talked about this book last week on the preview show. It's basically Calvin and Hobbes in a post-apocalyptic sort of thing. The book opens with this young girl seemingly living and learning on an island, but it turns out that she was in suspended animation being trained for a mission to save the world, which includes planting mangrove trees for some reason. Whatever. There's this heavy hand of climate change. There's a thing there going on. That's the theme. But she awakens in this post-apocalyptic world, and there's this cool robotic bear, guiding her through everything. And it was really fun first issue. Good writing,
AI,
good art.
Movie AI. Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of like AI, but she's not a robot, AI, the Haley Joel Osment was a robot.
Yeah, he was a robot. Yeah.
He was.
She's a real person. But it's like New York underwater, in the last page. So her mission is going to be to save the world. So her and her robot bear are going to, travel out into the world next issue, and really solid. So yeah, fun book. It's probably a bit more geared towards younger readers, but I don't care. I liked it. I had fun with it.
Cool. Awesome.
Adam.
All right. Honorable mentions. Iron Fist 5, great book. Like Gomer said, the X books were both good as usual.
There's a little bit too much of a lead up to.
It is a little bit too much of a lead up to the gala.
Yeah. Hellions felt rushed, dude.
Hellions felt rushed, and Marauders felt like it was treading water.
Yeah.
I still liked both issues.
Oh, yeah.
I liked things that were going on in them. Like I liked them telling a bunch of Storm stories about how badass Storm is.
Yeah.
That was still fun, but I'm ready for the gala to start.
Yeah.
But my #3 this week is Heroes Reborn #1.
Nice.
It would have been higher, but I feel like I've read this event before.
Yeah.
That said, I'm still down for the universe that they've established in this event.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to read the tie-ins going forward to really flesh this thing out. So yeah.
Nice. Good choice. Quick and to the point, because we already talked about it, Dave.
Alrighty.
This dude, you might as well pull up a
honorable mentions. You already mentioned Marjorie Finnegan.
Yeah.
Good Asian #1.
Yes. Oh, it's just
it requires a lot of rereading. It requires at least another read through.
It's really deep. It's a heavy read. I'm not a fan of that noir style stuff, and it's really hard boiled in this.
Yeah, it is very hard boiled, and it is very, like I said, I have to read it again.
I still think it's going to win awards. I still think it's going to win awards.
I think it's.
I think pick this one up when the trade comes out. It does look like something I'd be very interested in reading.
Yeah.
Wellsville Rocks and Minerals from Bad Idea.
Oh man, I hadn't even heard of this.
I don't know. I think it's like a one-shot, 2 stories. Matt Kent is involved.
Okay.
just a very twisted tale of Pinocchio in the well, or Jonah in the well. His father's a whaler. And he's trying to save this well. Basically, he's made friends with all the creatures the well has eaten and is living inside the well. That's the first story. And then the second story is a post-human world where minerals and rocks are sentient, apparently. And they venture two minerals venture into a place called the Unpolished Zone, which is basically like a human city, and they discover living animals, particularly a turtle. Oh. And they try to save
turtles are kind of like half rocks,
but they work to save the turtle from extermination.
Turtles are half rock, bro. Go ahead.
That seems like a bad take. Anyway, moving on.
I got like halfway through that sentence, and I'm like, "Oh, Taylor's gonna love this sentence." And I looked down, and I saw your face immediately, like, "What the fuck?"
But yeah, that
turtles are rocks.
That was a pretty fun read. It was kind of a surprising read. So my number 3 is going to be Heroes Reborn #1 as well.
Oh wow.
I'm not generally on board for Marvel events, but I didn't have to read anything leading up to this. Like you guys said, you can pretty much jump in and know what's going on.
Yeah, it's easy.
Love the artwork, and I'm at least on board for the main series. I don't know about the tie-ins, but I will read the main issues of this.
Cool. Taylor, number 2.
My number 2 is Heroes Reborn.
Nice.
Like Adam was saying, the artwork looks great. Ed McGuinness was a great fit for this. Jason Aaron knows how to write stupid fun, and that's very much what this is. This is honestly was peak Jason Aaron, because it's a little political, it's goofy, it's pulling in like this random grab bag of like mashups, like having like the Red Skull have a damn Venom symbiote.
Oh, it's so cool, dude.
It's stuff that in the hands of a lesser writer or someone who isn't just embracing how absurd this all is, it wouldn't be nearly as good, but it works really well here.
Yep. It's very well put. Very well put. All right, my number 2, Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha #1. It's a mouthful. Charles Soule, Steve McNiven. Pretty fun story. Han Solo's body is in carbonite, and it begins to deteriorate as Boba Fett has it, is in transit. So he's got to stop as a layover to visit his techie buddy who's able to fix this shit.
So this is Shadows of the Empire portions of it.
Yes. Okay. But he's got to pay this dude. He doesn't have any money. So this dude has him do another job, which involves him entering a tournament and kicking a bunch of ass. This is Boba Fett right here. He disguises himself. Right.
Thanks for breaking that down.
I'm just saying, it's weird. It's weird. Unless
Who's this new character? I thought this was about Boba Fett. Oh, thanks.
Whatever. So, but before he wins, but before he can go back to his techie friend who's got a Han Solo and carbonite, somebody steals. Some more bounty hunters steal Han Solo. Good art, but will I be continuing this? No, because this is the checklist for the event. It goes into October.
Wow.
There's 6 books a month.
That's crazy.
You are insane, Marvel.
I didn't even know the Star Wars line was that big.
It is. They're adding War of the Bounty Hunters, which is a new series. Star Wars, and then Darth Vader and Dr. Aphra. There's a book already going on called Bounty Hunters. And then they're adding like one-shots for all the bounty hunters. Like Jabba the Hutt.
Was the bounty that Jabba put out for Han that it justifies a story with this many characters involved?
Dude, it must be a trillion credits. It must be a trillion credits. IG-88's getting his own book. Boosh is getting his own book. Forlom and Zuckuss is getting his own one-shot. Yeah, this shit is going on forever.
This is like MC Chris giving all the bounty hunter songs.
Man.
Dude.
Well, we'll have to ask Jules how this event is.
I'm not getting it.
He's the only guy I know who's probably going to buy that whole thing.
And this was a really good read. Honestly, I had a great time reading this. It was fun. There's one point where Boba is like entering the gladiator ring. And there's this just one panel, almost like he's flashing back to the moment where he picked up his dad's helmet in that gladiator ring from the movie.
That's a good touch.
Yeah, it was a really cool little moment. You know, Charles Soule knows how to write a damn comic, but holy
he's
crap,
been all over
Marvel.
that Star Wars stuff.
You've destroyed
that's really the main thing he does now.
Yeah, it's basically all he does. He's writing novels, like no pictures, you know.
Yeah.
This was a real roller coaster of a review, though. I liked it. It was great, but I am done with it.
No, I can't justify buying 6 more books a month. I want to.
Yeah, I absolutely get that. I mean, that is a daunting list.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly want to. I would love to read all this shit, but dude, there's no way. I can't.
Maybe you could check to see like which one of these are really essential reading,
especially for a story that you already know the ending of.
I know where he ends up. Exactly. I know how he gets out of the carbonite. I know, I know all that shit. I know how Boba Fett ends up. Even like way later. I know what happens to Boba Fett.
That was an albatross around this story's neck. We were talking about in the previews last week that you can only generate so much excitement when you know exactly where you're going to end up at the end.
Where things are going to go. Yeah. So not a bad read, honestly. If you want to get into Star Wars, this might be the event to do it. You know what I mean? If you ever wanted to get into Star Wars comics, because they are definitely giving you every opportunity to test everything they've got to offer. If you can't give the readers everything you've got to offer as a publisher in terms of giving them a franchise in an event this fucking big, you've got problems. You've messed up. So I wish I could justify it. I really wish I could. I want to be that Star Wars fan, but I can't do it. I can't.
Because they've had some good Star Wars events in the past. Vader Down was awesome.
Vader Down might be my favorite Star Wars anything, dude.
It's a contender. I mean, it's just like that one scene, right, with him surrounded by the rebels. Chef's kiss, man. That was like a quintessential Darth Vader moment. Maybe the quintessential Darth Vader moment now.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Adam, what do we have? Number 2?
Number 2. Here's a weird one. Green Lantern number 2. From Jeff Thorne and Dexter Soy and Marco Santucci.
I didn't read anything DC this week. Not even Swamp Thing.
Here is the main reason why this is my pick. It is because Green Lantern is now Star Trek.
Oh.
So
now you've piqued my interest.
So in this issue,
I gotta go back.
So the Green Lanterns, Oa, has now officially been accepted as a member of the United Planets. Okay, and as part of this, the Green Lanterns have to give up a third of their territory. So they give up a third of the sectors. They give them to the United Planets to police.
Oh.
And they take those third of the Green Lanterns that are no longer policing sectors.
They ain't got a job. They ain't got no work.
They ain't got a job. So what their new job is they made a new spaceship. They put them all in this spaceship and they sent them off to an unknown universe to go and find new worlds and bring like the law there.
Oh, so it's like true space cowboy.
Straight up.
John
space
Stewart
cowboy.
is in the Kirk position here. He's leading the expedition.
Yeah.
Is that little girl still with him with the weird glove?
So she stays on Oa, but right after the spaceship leaves, the central power battery on Oa explodes for some random reason and destroys like the entire city that's around it. Yeah. And she is one of the few to survive, and she protects I think Simon was who she protected.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
But then Joe from Far Sector shows up at the end.
Yep.
So now it's going to be two-pronged story with
the
three coolest.
And that gives me Transformers Phase 2 vibes.
Sure.
With a crew going off to space while you're also having sort of a political story at home.
Oh, man. See, I'm going to have to check that out now. See, why couldn't that have been issue 1?
Adam, you're a braver person
right?
than
Issue
I am.
1 was kind of... What?
So you're a braver person than I am, because I was going to have this be one of my honorable mentions, but I didn't want to listen to Gomer bitching about it, so I decided not to bother with it.
I'm excited about it. He made it. You probably would have made it sound boring, Taylor. Adam made it sound amazing. I've got to pick that up. Yeah, I'm definitely picking that up. Damn.
It can still turn out to be bad.
Oh, sure.
I'm just excited about Green Lantern and Star Trek. That's a concept I can get behind.
Nice. They did a crossover too.
They did. It was a good crossover.
It's quite good.
Crossover.
It's quite good. Dave, number Number 2? What's number 2?
Number 2, Swamp Thing. Number 3.
That's my number 1.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't even read this, man. I didn't read anything DC this week.
Just it takes a little bit of a step back from the horror angle to kind of give you some discussion about the Green and the current condition of the Green.
Man, this felt like a classic Alan Moore issue to me.
Yeah,
just with the panel layout and the artwork and everything.
Oh, yeah.
It was beautiful.
But yeah, I've been really enjoying the series so far. But the horror aspect of it, but this just basically kind of gives you Levi's kind of discovering the whole concept of the Green. You got 2 poison ivies in there, one that's kind of like got her humanity and one that's given up the humanity.
Oh, that's cool.
So there's that dynamic in there.
The only spoiler I saw for this is the original Swamp Thing shows up at the end.
Yeah, Alec Holland does show
up. He shows up to tell Levi what's going on and to kind of prep him for being the new avatar of the Green.
Yeah,
that's pretty interesting.
The real draw to this though is the artwork. I think just watching. You see Levi just basically walk through the Green in this issue, being led by Poison Ivy. And you just see these huge green Goliaths, Titans just walking around.
Oh wow!
Just a whole bunch of crazy art, and then there's a lot of cameos from characters from Swamp Thing's past that pop up in this.
Awesome! I'm glad to see you branching out, Dave. You got a Marvel and a DC book in your top 3 this week.
I honestly never thought I'd see the day.
I'm telling you, it's weird.
You missed it last week.
It's weird.
You missed it last week.
We all had the same book. Didn't we all have the same book as number 1?
Yeah, we did. It was weird.
Yeah.
And it was a Marvel book.
Which book was it again?
Oh, was it Beta Ray Bill?
It was.
Oh yeah,
Beta Ray Bill number 2.
Yeah, that book was.
Can't deny
that would have been my number 1. So that would have been a quadruple consensus. I guess.
Had the 4 wheels.
My bad.
Taylor number 2.
I wasn't in the state at the
Taylor's
moment,
number 1.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Taylor starts off. Yeah, it's number 1 for Taylor.
Yeah, my number 1 is Immortal Hulk number 46 because it's almost just a matter of routine for me to put Immortal Hulk on my number 1. This honestly wasn't even the best issue of Immortal Hulk. There's a lot of kind of build up that they're doing for the next issue where he's going to fight the Avengers, but he wrecks the UFOs at the start of this issue, and it was really cool kind of seeing Joe Fixit. He's back in a Hulk body again, and he almost has this cruelty to him when he's fighting. He's crushing this dude's skull, and he breathes in the girl who can turn into gas and just breathes her out. It's sulfuric acid all over her boyfriend, and
oh damn.
Yeah. These issues never shy away from the body horror, and it was kind of tame by its normal standards, but it's consistently great, and I am just going to roll over for this book every time it comes out. It's only
a few more. Yeah, you only got a few more issues.
Yeah, we're close to the end now.
Good choice. Heroes Reborn number 1 was my number 1. It's alt history absurdity. It's everything that I was expecting from this debut and more. I've been waiting on this for a while, and lots of potential. It's actually, in terms of a Marvel event, the pacing is refreshing. It doesn't waste any time, any space. Not a page wasted on nonsense.
Yeah, you're right. That's so often the Achilles heel of these events is that they dick around for several issues. Something that could have been 5 issues gets told in 10. That type of crap.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we're not going to have that this time, so that'll be nice.
I hope not. And he also benefits from this being sort of a blank slate. Jason Aaron can find any little interesting little bullshit. Kind of remember Old Man Logan, where it's hey, here's a Venom dinosaur. That was cool for 3 pages. That's Dave Mark Millar, 3 pages. Just saying, oh, here's a Venom Devil dinosaur. Jason Aaron can kind of do the same thing. If he needs to find something entertaining, there's infinity number of things that he could come up with now that the universe has basically, been rearranged.
Yeah, this debut issue had a ton of 2-page spreads.
Yes.
Yes, it did.
Yeah. So that's my number 1. Adam's number 1 was
my number 1 was Swamp Thing number 3.
Thing. So
Dave, mainly for that art. Great art.
Dave wraps it with
I'm going to go with Firepower number 11. This series just keeps it's a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun to read. The artwork and the fighting. There was like a lot of fighting in this issue. They're trying to retake the temple. They've joined up with the Scorch Clan. There's dirigibles getting blown out of the sky.
That was pretty rad.
There was one scene where one of these ninjas was running on the tops of the heads of the monks and whacking them with nunchucks. Just a lot going on in this book.
Yeah. It was a very busy book. There was a lot of action. This dude, man, when the series first started, this dude had no firepower at all, basically. Now he's like a human flamethrower. I don't know. Did I miss an issue? Maybe I missed an issue where he got some sort of weird, better firepower.
No, it's just turned out that the Chong Fei has been corrupting the temple, and the Scorch Clan and Master Wei have decided to team up to basically take out Chong Fei and end the dragon. And that's what's going on.
That's what's going on.
There was a big old speech where it was just like, we've trained together and many of us are brothers. And can't you see that what Chong Fei is teaching you is wrong? And basically turns the tide of the battle.
Going on.
Yeah.
It's classic Kung Fu Kirkman style.
Yeah, but the artwork really carries the book. It's
take it or leave it, but that's what it is.
A lot of great artwork in this book. A lot of great fighting sequences.
It's Chris Samney, so it's hard to go wrong, with him doing the art. Cool. That's our show, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
You go to outrightgeekery.com and find links to everything we've got going on, our social medias, our merch, our Patreon, all that good shit. Check out our links. Come back for the show later on tonight. The Bullies are going to be doing a show. They're going to talk about some of the books that we talked about, especially Heroes Reborn. So come back and listen to that. I know Leroy's going to have a whole lot to say. Sometime this month we're going to do a Geekterion. Sometime this month we will do the top 5. We don't know what we're going to do for those yet.
We keep throwing around comic events. If we wanted to do 2 comic ones in a row, which fine by me, but
I don't know. I got to talk to the Bullies. I got to find some time and just do it. I've been so busy lately. We'll also do Smarketplace, our wrestling show. We got 3 of those under our belt now.
Yep.
So that's going to be fun. We do those once a month, the first Tuesday of the month, every month.
First Tuesday of the month, every month.
So come back and check that out. Yep. Tomorrow night we'll do the preview show where we'll talk about all the new comics dropping this week. So we're always busy. And then there's Big Willie. He was in the chat earlier. He's probably streaming right now, doing his own thing on our channel. So yeah, just all kinds of shit going on all the time. So keep coming back. We really appreciate you listening. But most of all, I appreciate these guys for hanging out with this guy.
Anytime, man.
We're going to do it again next time.
Same geek time, same geek channel.
A little bit of horror in there, like a...
I was about to say that was my favorite one he's done in a while.